guys, Jake here back with another video in Greenville, and I'm going to turn down my desk quality, or the quality within game, so you guys can hear me better. But I'm going to be talking about something serious that happened to me the other day, and it has to do with this Greenville YouTuber. His name is Finnegan Gaming. I'll put a picture of his YouTube channel up on screen. Now, I just want to go off. This is not a good video about him. This is probably one of the worst Greenville YouTubers I've ever met in my entire existence. And I low-key never want to ever interact with him again. But I sadly think that we will interact sometimes, as he's still friends with some of my friends. But my friend yesterday, one landed X something. I'll put a picture of his channel. Go subscribe to him. He makes some good quality content. He made a video on Finnegan yesterday, and I played a part in it. And I just want to go over of what happened to me. So I'll go over when I met him. So this will be a little short rundown video of how I met Finnegan, kind of like what I said yesterday, but without everyone else. So I met Finnegan in early 2024 or late 2024. Don't really remember. I'd have to look at that. But I met him then. I talked to him for a while, and then we started talking every day. I met one landed X on AGC, and stuff like that. We became really good friends, and that's when I also met Jakuma and Silver. Out of all these people, Silver was probably one of the nicest, and Mr. Duck was probably one of the coolest. Mr. Duck, aka Landon, was one of the best out of the friend group. The worst person in the friend group was Jakuma. I'm just kidding. The worst person out of the friend group was Finnegan. Finnegan would always start stuff for no reason. I made a joke about Jakuma that was obviously not true. I said, Jakuma, your car absolutely sucks. Look at that thing. It goes 2 miles an hour. And Finnegan got angry and blocked me. And, quote, this was all over Greenville. And all over the Greenville game. So after this, I went on with my day. I asked Finnegan how could I be unblocked, because I talked to him a lot and I didn't feel like losing a friend. And I didn't know that I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. He told me to apologize now, or I wasn't getting unblocked. So I apologized right then. That's when I kind of found out that this guy wasn't any other ordinary Discord user. He'd block people for no reason. This happened for almost a year. Finally, I got fed up with him in April of this year. Well, not almost. It's almost not going to be this year. It's going to be next year, or last year. But yeah, April of this year. We were talking, and Finnegan blocked Jakuma for no reason. This is where all of us had our breaking point. We all blocked Finnegan. We left him in the dust where he had no friends. The only friend that he had was one random person that didn't even really like him. It goes on for a couple days. A little bit later, someone by the name, I'm not going to say, but they leaked Finnegan's address. After this, that's how bad Finnegan was hated. We unblocked him and all came back to him. As we felt like he could have changed within that 2 or 3 month period. We were wrong. He was worse. When we came back, the first thing he did within 2 days was say the N-word hard R to one of my black friends. Next, what he does is unacceptable. He continues to go on and on about stuff and say that his friend gave him the N-word pass, which is a false made-up lie. There's no such thing as a N-word pass. If you want to see the proof for this, go to Mr. Ducks. But I'll skip all the stuff that would happen because this would be a 10-minute video, and I'll do what happened recently to me. Finnegan leaking my address. Now, 2 days ago, Finnegan came into my DMs. We were actually in a GC. We were playing GeoGuessr, but within our towns. Finnegan found my town and proceeded to do locations in it, which is what we were all doing. We were doing areas around our location or in our town. We were not doing our houses. Finnegan went on to our old DMs and found the videos that I've taken outside of my house on my playground, or outside on like a swing or something, or yapping out there. He found those videos and used that to his advantage. He found my house, got my address, and then proceeded to share it around Discord, and here's some proof of that. After sharing it to a lot of people, I finally had enough with it. I reported him to Discord, I reported him to YouTube, and they did nothing about it. YouTube said that they were going to take action, but that never happens. So I am now coming out here. If YouTube took action, I would not be openly talking about this, as I already have did. But Finnegan, you went too far. You are now done. I am currently talking to a couple of people who I'm not going to disclose, but we're actively trying to get you out or banned from this current game that I'm playing. Finnegan, don't act like you're 12. He is 12, by the way. He is underage for Discord. He's not supposed to be on Discord, which everyone already knows. He acts like he's 12. He crashes out, punches his mic, gets all angry and all mad. So Finnegan, act like you're 12 or act like you're 13. He's turning 13 in a week. Act like it. You're not 2. You act like you're 2. I believe you could do better than that. As all of my friends see, and including my own mom, says that when you're a 20, you are already going to be one of the worst human beings, or not even the worst, one of the goofiest human beings. All you do is scream at your mic. And I was watching the video about Jay Kuma with my mom, and she said, I'm surprised his dad or his mom hasn't taken him away from the internet. And that goes to show how obnoxious and mean this Finnegan guy is. And also, Finnegan, if you're really going to leak my address, I can really contact my police department here in my own town. I could have the police department contact your police department in your town, and I could get you in some major trouble. But I am too nice to do that. I'm way too nice to do that. I do seem mean sometimes. I'm sorry about that, but I do seem mean sometimes. But I'm not that mean. If you continue to harass me or any of my friends, and if you contact me on any platform ever again, I will block you, and I will report you to the police department for harassment and leaking private information online. Thank you. Anyway, that's all I have to say to you, Finnegan. Remember, Finnegan, please don't contact me. Do not speak to me. You may speak to my friends, but not me. If you would like to contact me and do a civilized conversation, I'm fine with that. But if you say one thing about my family or about any of my friends, you will indeed be done. And that is not a threat. I will contact my police department, and I will get you in trouble. Because I'm done with this. You've been doing it for years. And remember, a couple months ago, you leaked someone else's address as well. So please, stop. You're better than this. You're not. You act like you're 2. Just please